The hidden empire of Archetyp Market. The dark web is like a hidden underground city, a place where anything illegal can be bought and sold if you know where to look. For years, marketplaces like Silk Road and Alphabet dominated the headlines. But when they were shut down, something new rose from the shadows. That something was Archetyp Market. Launched quietly in 2022, Archetyp Market didn't advertise itself loudly. It spread through whispers in hidden forums, private Telegram groups, and invite-only links. Its promise was simple: a safe haven for drugs, stolen data, hacking tools, and counterfeit documents. But one thing made Archetyp different from the rest. It openly embraced synthetic opioids like fentanyl, a substance so deadly that just a few grains can kill a person. And this made Archetyp not just another dark web market, but a ticking time bomb. By 2023, Archetyp had already grown into one of the largest dark web drug markets in the world. Vendors from Europe, the US, and Asia all used it. Buyers could order narcotics from the comfort of their home, delivered in ordinary-looking packages. And behind every transaction, Archetyp's administrators took their cut. But what users didn't know was that law enforcement agencies from across the world were already watching. The DEA, Europol, the FBI, German police, all had their eyes locked on Archetyp. Because unlike the buyers and sellers who thought they were invisible, every click, every order, every Bitcoin transaction was leaving behind digital fingerprints. The empire of Archetyp was growing, but so was the noose tightening around its neck. And the countdown to its downfall had already begun. The silent hunt. The investigation into Archetyp began long before the public even knew its name. In late 2022, Europol created a joint task force with agencies in Germany, the Netherlands, and the US. Their mission: infiltrate Archetyp, identify its administrators, and shut it down from the inside. But this was no ordinary operation. Archetyp's servers were hidden behind layers of Tor routing. Its transactions used cryptocurrency mixers to obscure money trails, and its admins communicated only in encrypted channels. Still, investigators had one advantage: patience. They went undercover as buyers. They purchased drugs, hacking tools, and counterfeit passports. Every package delivered was analyzed. Every vendor was profiled. Every Bitcoin wallet was tracked. The FBI's cybercrime unit discovered a crucial mistake. Some Archetyp vendors reused wallet addresses. Others logged in through insecure VPNs. A few even left metadata in product photos. Each error, however small, became a breadcrumb. And soon, those breadcrumbs began forming a trail. Meanwhile, German police tracked physical shipments moving through Frankfurt Airport. Sniffer dogs detected fentanyl hidden in parcels. Postal inspectors intercepted dozens of packages that traced back to Archetyp vendors. By 2024, investigators had mapped hundreds of accounts. They knew who the major sellers were. They knew where the servers might be located. And most importantly, they had begun identifying the people behind Archetyp. The dark web thought Archetyp was untouchable. But in reality, the market was already compromised, and its own vendors were unknowingly helping law enforcement build the case that would destroy it. The walls begin to crumble. In early 2025, the noose tightened. The DEA launched controlled deliveries. Packages from Archetyp were intercepted, resealed, and delivered to buyers. When the buyers signed for them, agents moved in. One by one, arrests followed. In the Netherlands, a vendor shipping kilos of MDMA was arrested. In the US, a fentanyl supplier was tracked to Ohio and taken down. In Germany, hackers selling stolen banking data were caught red-handed. But the biggest prize was still ahead: Archetyp's administrators. Investigators discovered that Archetyp's servers were partly hosted in Eastern Europe. Using mutual legal assistance treaties, Europol quietly pressured local ISPs. Finally, they got a breakthrough. A misconfigured relay node exposed part of the real server IP. That IP led to a rented server farm in Moldova. And behind that server, an administrator who had grown too confident. At the same time, the FBI traced an Archetyp Bitcoin wallet that had been cashed out through a Canadian exchange. The KYC data linked back to a fake identity, but the recovery phone number was real, and it pointed directly to one of Archetyp's core operators. The walls around Archetyp were collapsing. The empire that once felt untouchable was about to face the full force of international law enforcement. The final blow, June 2025. The operation reached its climax. In a coordinated action across multiple countries, law enforcement executed simultaneous raids. Servers in Moldova were seized. Suspects in Germany, the Netherlands, and the US were arrested. And Archetyp Market vanished from the dark web overnight. When users tried to log in, they saw only a seizure banner. The logos of Europol, the DEA, and the FBI flashed across the screen. The message was clear. Archetyp Market was no more. Authorities revealed the scale of the bust. Hundreds of vendors identified, millions of dollars in cryptocurrency seized, large amounts of fentanyl and methamphetamine intercepted. For buyers, it was a shockwave. For vendors, it was a death sentence for their business. And for the dark web community, it was yet another reminder that anonymity is never absolute. Behind the scenes, agencies celebrated a major victory. But they also knew this was just one battle in an endless war. Because as history has shown, when one market falls, another soon rises. Lessons from the shadows. The fall of Archetyp Market is more than just another dark web takedown. It's a warning. To the world, it shows how dangerous synthetic opioids like fentanyl have become. A single marketplace helped flood entire countries with deadly drugs. And yet, with patience and global cooperation, it was destroyed. To law enforcement, it's proof that no system is unbreakable. Even the dark web, built on anonymity and encryption, leaves cracks to be exploited. And to those still hiding in the shadows, it's a reminder that someone is always watching. The dark web thrives on the myth of invincibility, but Archetyp's fall shows the truth. Every empire eventually collapses. These stories are shared for educational and awareness purposes only. The dark web is not a place to explore. It's a place filled with danger, crime, and consequences. If you found this story informative, don't forget to like, share, and comment your thoughts below. And make sure to subscribe for more real dark web cases and internet mysteries.